Hi, welcome to Advanced TV. I'm Louise Pinnell and I'm joined by Facebook's Mick Johnson.
And I'm going to talk about how to think like an entrepreneur.
What defines an entrepreneur?
The biggest thing is the desire to change giant systems. So these systems can be technical, political, social, economic, some combination. But almost every entrepreneur has this restless hunger to take some part of how the world works and fundamentally alter it.
How do you cope with the increased level of risk?
Well, it's a bit different depending on where you are in your career. If you're 21, a college grad, just go and grab a co-founder and spend 6 months working 20 hours a day eating instant noodles. I mean, the likelihood is that the skills and determination you gain is actually going to benefit you in the long run far more than the 9-to-5 job. But as you move on, you have to be a little more judicious with your risk. You do a few preliminary prototypes, you really research your business model before you go all in on something.
Is there an easy way to know if you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur?
There's all sorts of interesting signals. If you like building things, cars, Lego, if you like to find loopholes in systems, if you like to conduct little thought experiments about how different the world would be if just this one part of it changed. I remember when I was in early high school, there was an engineering competition. You had to take a standard mousetrap and a standard model car and figure out who could drive it the furthest using just the energy from the mousetrap. Well, we played around with this for a while, and then we realized that the best thing we could do was to reduce the car to just a wheel and throw it over the distance. We got disqualified, but I remember thinking that it was far more interesting to figure out how to hack the system than to actually build the car.
How do your friends and family cope with the long working hours?
It's a challenge, so you need to have a good work-life balance. You also have to be aware that there will be times when you just wake up in the middle of the night and you need to go and code something down or scribble on a whiteboard or draw something up or sketch things out on pieces of paper. So anybody who's close to you really needs some earplugs.
What sort of people should you surround yourself with as an entrepreneur?
People who are better than you. So the most important thing for a company, the single greatest asset you have, are the people who work there. So you need to be constantly on the lookout for people who are the best in their field, whether they're designers, engineers, architects, product specialists, connectors. It also means you have to be really honest with yourself about what you're great at and what you're merely good at. And then you have to go and find people who are great.
What's it like working at a company like Facebook after running a company?
Out of all the places I could work, Facebook is fantastic. They are actively looking for people who want to take parts of the vision and just recruit for it, gather resources for it, execute on that vision, and have the biggest impact they can on the world. It's also still a really young company, and that vigor and energy is very much a part of the culture there.